Hi guys, this is Kaylee. I just want to talk to you guys about the 30-hour famine that Elevation will be doing in February. And I just want to say I'm super pumped because when I was in middle school, I got to do the 30-hour famine multiple times, and it was a huge part of changing my thought process and my heart and my life and what I want to do today. And so I wanted to share a few tactics of how I raised money in order to end hunger. So if you don't know, the 30-hour famine is a thing that you do where you don't eat for 30 hours and you ask people before you do the famine to support you, to give you money for not fasting. And every single dollar that they give you goes to World Vision, and they find ways, they know the ways to end hunger in countries all around the world. And so what I did in order to raise money, in order to ask for money, was I went to my parents, and I went to my grandparents, and my aunts and uncles, and family friends, and classmates, and friends I just talked to everyone. Honestly, it's just talking. If you don't like talking, I'm sorry, it's time to get out of your comfort zone if you haven't already. Actually, okay, you guys will do great. I really believe that you can do it. If you like talking, congratulations, because this is the thing for you. Because 30-hour famine will require a lot of you. Courage, it'll require sacrifice, it will require pain and perseverance, but I promise you it's worth it. Okay, so aside from talking to everyone you know, one way to get money from talking to people you know is going to every single teacher in your school and asking permission to talk to their classes. So what I did when I was in those schools, I would go to classrooms and I would ask each person in the classroom to just give me $1. Just $1. You don't have to think so big. It could be something as simple as just $1. And that will start changing the world. And so I eventually got over $200 because each person gave me $2 or $1 or more. And that was just a part of the process, is going and taking the time. Another thing I did is I would sell things that I didn't need. I sold my DS and all of the games because I hardly played it and I knew I'd make money from it. I babysat, I gave my allowance to it. I did a lot of things like that. And eventually that added up to over $1,000 that I got to give to World Vision once the 30-hour famine was happening. But so those are just a few things I did. But I want to make sure you guys know that if you do this, people are going to tell you no. People aren't going to always give you money. And it's going to be hard and take some time. And it's okay if people tell you no. It's their money. It's their hard-earned money. But if people do give you money, make sure to thank them. Make sure to go back and tell them how the 30-hour famine experience was for you and what you got out of it and what you learned and what you're going to change. And a part of reaching out to people and talking to people is also sharing who Jesus is and sharing his heart for the poor and his heart for all people and their physical needs and their spiritual needs across the world for all eternity. And so this is a super cool experience. It's much bigger than just you, and it's much bigger than just $1. It's partnering with God and partnering with the church and partnering with people who don't know God or the church, and it's awesome. It's beautiful. So I promise you it's going to take some courage and it's going to take some work, but anything that you put courage and work and perseverance into is worth it. And I know that you guys are world changers, and this is just one way that you could be a world changer here in Meridian, Idaho. I love you guys, and I hope it's a good night. Bye.